no news regarding last night's massacre at the peaceful residence of Cervoscuro, where the body of Richard Felton, a well-known notary, was found burnt in his own home. The man who was legally registered as Jennifer Richard Dean Felton and was found completely drenched in kerosene. The body of 38-year-old Gloria Ashman was also found at the scene. She was his personal assistant and a former nun at the Cristo Morente convent. Her body was found mutilated after she was reported thrown out a courtyard-facing window, apparently following a heated argument. The neighbors claim to have spotted a distinctive woman lurking around the area, having parked a white van nearby.
Miss, Mr. Ashman is waiting for you. Did you say Reed? Are you a relative?
More like an old family friend.
Please come in, Miss Reed. Come in. Don't be afraid. I don't bite. What is Reed? Hun?
Good evening, Mr. Ashman.
You've certainly come a long way. You have gone from simple larceny and battery all the way to homicide and arson. Are you here to broaden your resume?
Do you remember me?
I'll never forget a face. Maybe because I don't have one anymore. I know exactly why you're here. The same exact reason why that son of a bitch Felton ended up like cooked meat. Whatever happened to Celeste Felton?
I have here a dossier from the Flemington Girls Institute granting custody of 15-year-old girl Jennifer and certifying that she is to be a housekeeper at this hotel. Celeste Felton and the girl in the photo are the same person, aren't they?
That girl was simply an orphan, a homeless nobody, and so I decided to take custody of her.
And she just so happened to be the adoptive daughter of your former hated business partner Felton by pure coincidence? I don't buy it. So, you're saying that besides synthesizing pharmaceutical drugs and spreading diseases, Mr. Felton and yourself were all dedicated to helping homeless minors?
It was never about synthesizing a disease, because the disease never existed.
And the moths?
The Acherontia, the most fascinating creature on the planet. It can communicate with others of its kind, even from great distances. Imagine if we could create a bridge between the human mnemonic apparatus and the communicative system of those beings, with rapid impulses and synapses. A transmission of images without the use of senses. That would be telepathy, miss.
But most insects need a leader to guide them. Take bees, for example. They have a queen to guide them.
Very good.
That's what the hypnosis was for.
During the hypnosis, the metronome is only a tool. The ticking is interpreted as a gentle flapping of the wings. But the real queen bee, or should I say Mother Acherontia, was...
Whoever was hypnotizing others.
Bingo. And he would have had complete control over them. The phenoxyl was able to fill in substantial memory gaps, formed by the removal of a particular event, such as traumas from one's memory.
But why Celeste, then?
That damned mother of hers, who was making regular use of phenoxyl during her pregnancy, managed to pass on to her an extraordinary gift, a special power. Do you not understand, Reed? Celeste was born a queen bee. We needed that girl. She was our only hope of getting rid of Porcelain. You knew it very well.
Jennifer was your daughter.
From what I know, you lied to her too.
You need to shut your mouth! You fucking rapist!
How vulgar. Felton deserved it. How could I have known that he was still capable of conceiving? I thought that fucking him was enough to remind him that he is just a pussy. and to punish him for stealing Ariana from me.
Fucking son of a bitch!
It was you who insisted so much that I reminded you of the whole story. At the end of the day, we're just chatting, isn't that right?
Jennifer, I have to stay. 19 years has passed.
If I'm being honest, it would have been better for everyone if you had done it that same night.
You won't do it, Mr. Ashman.
Oh, yes, Lynn. I will. Of course I will. Why are you so obsessed? Do you not see what this insatiable searcher has led you to?
I was only a child. You and Wyman. You used me. The nuns. Gloria. She was your sister!
Shut your fucking mouth!
Do it. Please, shoot me. Come on. What will the young lady at the reception desk say?
The young lady at the what? Who the fuck are you talking about? 5 p.m. Poor thing. She left just after your arrival. There's no one else here besides you and I. Well, almost. We're so happy you came back, Lynn. Like old times, remember? Only between old friends.
You don't deserve to die. You deserve a much worse ending. You deserve to suffer by living in agony
As I did for the past 19 years. By rebelling during the last hypnosis. The one that should have stopped Gloria and her acherontia. It only slowed down things. The after effects that Wyman feared. The fracture. The porcelain phase. Nevertheless, you were somehow left linked to one another. And now you are once again a single being. A unified conscience.
Let me out of here!
Do you not understand that you have come back because he wanted to? And whilst Felton and I desperately searched for a way to use phenoxyl to forget, Wyman replaced the holes in our memories with his own. He inserted his conscience in our minds. And do you know the reason why he did it, Lynn?
Fuck off!
He was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Now you are his biggest inheritance.
You can do it, Reed. You can do it. No! You and I need to talk now! You shall tell me everything I want to know.
How are you going to make me? Are you going to threaten to kill me? Go ahead! It wouldn't be so bad after all.
I know very well that you never lost track of Jennifer, that you've been following her movements since 1973.
Fuck off!
Where is she? And how many other Jennifers came before her? How many, Ashman?
Where are we? Where the fuck are we? Let me out of this godforsaken place! I want to go home!
And I want you to answer my questions.
Promise me that you'll put an end to this.
I'm not going to promise anything.
That you'll put an end to all of this. I want you to shoot me. Promise me. Promise me.
Okay.
Okay. I know that shortly after she returned to her parents, the Feltons, but things got out of hand. And you know, Gloria kept her promise. Her thirst for revenge was not quenched. But Jennifer managed to run away. I know that she's somewhere in Sweden now. She writes. She's a writer or something like that. Her publications are signed under a pen name.
How many other people?
What do you mean?
Before you successfully found that Jennifer and brought her to the Ashman Inn. How many before her? How many girls did you suspect to be the mother Acherontia, to then end up living under Porcelain's mercy? How many?
They were simple mistakes.
How many simple mistakes?
14. 14 altogether. You will shoot me. Won't you? Right?
You deserve far worse. You deserve to suffer by living in agony, as I did for the past 19 years.
Whore! Fucking whore! You promised!
she left the following day. I know she went back to the top of the world many times, hoping that maybe one day my memories might resurface. And she would find me there at the theater, on the stage, at the piano.